This part of a new revelation by the real Ganon in Ragefest 5 is fucking ridiculous, man. Holy fucking shit. For 38 minutes, I made absolutely no progress on this next part, which is why I'm not considering this a part of the playthrough. So if you want to sit this video out, be my fucking guest. Alright, we're gonna do this. So, first things first, I assume that what I gotta do is I gotta beat Chris. And then from there, like, his superior shows up on this throne and then I gotta beat him. Which, considering how narrow this area is probably going to be a pain in the rear. Now, I want to set the record straight, alright? The previous two parts I recorded in a single session. I had been recording for about an hour and 30 minutes, and there was a bunch of off-screen shit as well. So, by the end of that, I was probably at least a little bit on tilt. So, if I came off as a bit too harsh, that's probably why. Now, I want to make it clear that oh my god, are you shitting me? I want to make it clear that this submission has a lot of good points going for it. It takes a lot of risks that a lot of the other submissions do not do, for one. And number two, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, it's just like, at least for the first several turns, stuff is going on. It kind of dies down after a bit, and then you can sort of take your time. But like, there was a lot of work put into this. I'd also like to point out that while I don't like that most of the strategies in this involve camping, not a lot of submissions force me to do a lot of, like, I guess, what's the word? Crowd control. That's not seen in a lot of submissions, and also these guys are just barriering nobody. Something that Pontagonist pointed out is that yes, you do have to turtle at certain parts, but it's like interesting turtling. I have no idea how I'm going to deal with these guys because they can double literally everybody except for perhaps this person. But I mean, they kill her in such, like, no hits, basically. So yeah, now, something that really bugged me about this submission, and I think this criticism still holds valid, is that you basically kind of need to conserve that, what's it called? The Nihil Tome in order to stand a chance in certain instances. Like, when you fight Robin over here, you have to seize the trees in, but that puts you adjacent to the Swordmaster chick that I fought in the previous part, and the only way to beat her without rigging critical hits is to have the Nihil Tome to fight her with, because otherwise she has a guaranteed crit on you. There's also just a lot of RNG scenarios that can't be avoided unless you have the Nihil Tome. Now, I should have conserved it, obviously. That was a bad part on my end. I should have done that. But it's the fact that it's required at all that I think is bothersome. Because alongside a lot of other things about this submission that kind of require you to just know things beforehand in order to win, which is somewhat against the rules, let me be clear there. Like, that's just another addition to the icing on the cake, you know? I think that's kind of lame. That you just kind of have to know that you got to use that thing. Oh, wow. Okay, so I put her in a really bad spot. And let me guess, you're going to double her. Yep. Alright, well, that sucks. Wow, hold on a second. You can't use Luna? Can you use anything? Yeah, you can use your Eclipse Tome, and you have high skill. So that's bad. Alright. I'm just going to quickly check their inventories, see if they have anything interesting. Brave Lance, Silver Lance, Silver Lance, Silver Lance, Silver Lance. Okay, pretty standard equipment. I feel like Marcus should be recruitable. I just spotted him now, by the way. But I was already tipped in that he's not recruitable, and that I have all the characters that I'm getting for the rest of the submission. All right, let's make some actual progress, shall we? Like, I've been standing in this spot for decades at this point. I really wish I got a sword user, to be honest. All right, please don't die, and please don't die. Thank you. Like, I don't think that's cool. I think that's a little lame I don't know how I'm even supposed to defend against that except to just hope things work out. Because, like, okay, that's 34 damage. He's going to double MarkyJoe, so I can't take advantage of my great defenses. And he straight up, like, one round kills Sarah if both of those connect. Like, that's RNG no matter what you do, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't know how you would defend against that, really. Now, it is worth noting that you can also give... Oh, wow, it doesn't tell me the stats. That's right. You can give the Nihil Tome to Raisin. Apparently, it's Raisin. People were like, why is he pronouncing it Raisin? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, why am I? You can give it to her. So, I guess that's another thing to factor in. And thank you for that crit. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Sarah. You may not be... I personally think that Sarah's not a very good character in FE7. She's like one of the least deep characters in the whole fucking thing. But, I mean... And I'm fucked. Or not. She'll just keep... Yeah, what the fuck? How am I supposed to defend against that? Yeah, I don't like Sarah very much. Like, if you look at most of her supports, all she does is act like a fucking child. And I get that that's her character, but there's not really any development in any of them either. Like, you don't learn a lot about Sarah. Okay, before you write your angry comment, let me just defend my point of view, because I know that Sarah's a very popular character from FE7. Throughout all the conversations in FE7, including the cutscenes and supports, Sarah mainly does two things. One, she acts like a selfish, entitled brat. Two, she acts totally delusional. She rarely demonstrates any virtues, unlike the other characters. The only time where Sarah gains any depth in the game is in her A support with Hector and her A support with Lucius, in which we learn that she has a tragic past where her parents abandoned her and put her in a shitty orphanage. Now, with this, you could argue that she has an overinflated sense of ego to compensate for the fact that deep down she probably knows that her parents didn't love her and she's just trying to cope with that. And while that does on some level make her sympathetic, it doesn't compensate for how incredibly annoying she is otherwise. However, let me make this clear, that's just my opinion. You're allowed to like her. I'm not saying you're wrong for liking her. It's just I don't. Okay, so I think what I gotta do is I have to just straight up block this spot. Alright, so let's try that. Let's see if that works out. And let's have Kale stand all the way out here so that she can, like, enemy phase all those Pegasus Riders. Maybe that's what I gotta do. Because, again, I don't want to resort to using that Mark Tome. Alright, blocky, and that didn't work out. That sucks. And now she's gonna get RNG'd. I don't get it, man. I don't understand what is expected of me here. And I'm pretty sure I need the Mark's Tome for this shitfag over here. Is this another situation where, like, I was supposed to do something, like, earlier in the submission that wouldn't fuck me over, that I had no way of knowing beforehand? Because this submission really loves doing that. Like, for example, you're supposed to use Keel to defeat Corrin over here. But to do that, you need the Nihil Tome, and you need to give it to her. But here's the thing, you can't get her over there in the first place because there's a Bada over here. And to get rid of him, you need to talk to Raisin in order to make him disappear, which that doesn't make any goddamn sense. But, like, if you don't do that, you have to rely on luck to win. So, yeah, I mean, it's just little things like that that just add up to making things all the more, like, unnecessary. Alright, that's good. And I got fucked over by Sheeta. That's right, because she's over here. I have to keep you out of that person's range, or else you're going to get one hit killed. One round killed, rather. And, okay, I'm fucked. No, wait, no, she's fucked. Yep. Alright, fuck it. I'm just going to use the Mark's Tome. But wait, I can't do that, because by seizing, I waste my turn. And these guys show up on, like, once you seize. So I can't put myself in the ideal positioning to handle these guys. Which means that no matter what, they're going to approach me. Alright. Actually, alright. Less complaining, more action. All right. Hope for some crits. Okay, good. That worked out. Okay, so now they're gone. Now I have to deal with this influx of bitches. Bitches and hoes. Okay, so, with this in mind, how much ground do you cover? Alright, I think no matter what, Raisin is in danger of getting killed. So I have to impede them in some way. So let's stand here, let's Mark's Tome it, and let's do that. Maybe that'll work out. Alright, so far so good. Think it over rationally, Mark, and maybe it'll work out, but also we have a lot of these RNGs to deal with. Okay. Okay. See, Mark, thinking it through, talking it over, is actually really working out super well. And expending some, but not all the uses of Mark's Tome is working out as well. So now, we're in a really good spot. So now I can put him here, because that'll raise his defense and make them unwilling to attack MarkyJoe, because they won't deal much damage to him. And that's not enough to KO. But, okay, that bitch ran away, so that's good. And now, wow, really? Oh my god, the fucking RNG in this shit, man! Come on! Alright, so maybe I'm supposed to just abuse the Mark's Tome even more? But will I have enough to kill him? That's another question. So, Mark's Tome, and then this. But then they're open to this bitch. And she has Flux. Great. And fucking... Come on, fucking Sheeta ruins everything. Okay. So next up, we're gonna deal with this. And that sucks. Okay, good. Critical hit. The critical hit Eclipse. Odd. And fucking... Okay. Is this my fault? Like, seriously. Is it my fault? Like, am I missing something here? Alright, I have an idea. What if I just straight up kill Sheeta with Mark? And that's a potential one-hit kill. Okay, good. A crit. Okay, here we go. That seems accurate. Okay, good. And now for this bad fucking scenario. Okay. You're dead. And, okay, so Chris... I thought that would, like, piss him off or something and make him be like, oh, no, my waifu, or whatever. That's, admittedly, something of a missed opportunity, in my opinion. Alright, so... Here's to hoping that another thing doesn't end up killing Raisin. Because, let's be honest, that's probably what's gonna happen. Oh my fucking god! Alright, so... I used up all of Mark's Tome to kill all the enemies. And it just... I'm out. Like, there's no way I can beat this guy now. I don't know what to do here. I really do not know. It feels like no matter what, I'm just going to be up in the air with the RNG here. Oh, boy. And now I'm getting walled in even more than before. Oh my god, will we actually fucking see progress within the next century? I'm not counting on it. Because now racing's in a bad spot. Alright. Hope for the best, I guess. Oh, well, that sucks. This is... I don't know what to do here. I really do not know what to do here. And the only real difference, like, the only thing that I could possibly change from the beginning of this is conserving that Nihiltome and maybe getting Raisin and Sarah a few extra levels so that they can do shit more. That's all I can really do at this point, as far as I'm concerned. Also conserve my vulneraries better. So now I'm here, in this spot, against the Brave Lance, of course, but details. Okay, good. That takes care of problem number 40 billion. Oh my god. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to completely replay this mission and just play everything better, conserve all my shit, and then we'll see how this goes.